Craig, we didn't hear your reaction following the Haverfordwest County match on Saturday, but after a 5-0 victory, you must have been pleased with that result.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was. It was a good performance. It was a performance similar to what we've been having, but obviously with the finished product, with scoring goals and creating opportunities. I think the keeper's made 3 or 4 saves, hit the crossbar, hit the post, and we've had some other opportunities as well. So from that point of view, it was much better considering the final third work from everybody, not just talking about the strikers, but from everybody.
Well, it was certainly an impressive performance as well from Jordan Williams, wasn't it? A hat-trick in just 11 minutes. He's been an important player for the club for a number of years now.
Yeah, George really hit the ground running this season. Playing centre forward as well and playing up top. He's done really well, and I think he'd done that 3 or 4 seasons ago. I think it was the season before I come in, and he scored 12 or 15 goals in that season as well. So we know George is, the one thing about it is he's struck up a good relationship with Ben, and they both work really, really hard and get opportunities, and you see that coming to fruition with the goals, and Ben will soon to follow.
Well, we are back in action tomorrow night. We travel to Connah's Quay Nomads in the Nathaniel MG Cup. We took on the Nomads here at Park Hall a few weeks ago, winning 3-0, but that was then. This is now, and with cup action, I guess form and previous results just go out the window, don't they?
Yeah, we know it's going to be a tough game against Nomads, no matter what. There's a lot of players that have played for this team, a lot of players that have played for me. I was previous manager there, so there's a lot of connections going back and forth, local or relatively local, shall we say? And there's been a good, healthy competition for 4 or 5 years now with Connah's Quay. So yeah, it's something that we look forward to. It's going to be a tough game. Obviously, we're defending the cup. We're defending the treble, domestic treble. So we'll be going there and doing everything we can to get through. It's really important that we're getting another win under our belts, and and look to finish the week strongly, preparing for Connah on Saturday. So yeah, we'll be going there, and as I've said lots of times, brilliant performance on Saturday. Obviously, next Saturday is a really important game, but the most important game is the one tomorrow because it's the next one.
I'm sure you'll probably say the league is the priority, as that's what gets you into the Champions League. But where would the Nathaniel MG Cup rank in terms of success this season?
Well, I think, as we are here now, it's most important, because the next game, as I just referred to. So from that point of view, I don't think you can look too far ahead, or, you end up, getting a bit on the backside a little bit. You've got to maybe quite boring and quite predictable, but take each game as it comes and make sure we prepare properly, which we will do today, and try and win the game tomorrow. Because it's like I said, we're defending the cup, we're defending the domestic treble. We've won the domestic treble before. Previously we've done a double treble with my first stint at the club, and it'd be nice to try and do that again.
Well, it's not just Connah's Quay this week, of course. You've already referred to it. Llanelli here at Park Hall on Saturday. Will you have to rotate players or do anything differently in preparation for that game as well?
Yeah, there'll be nothing different. Obviously game Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. It's a little bit different because normally it's Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So there'll be a little bit less turnaround and recovery. But everything will be exactly the same. The lads will have some recovery. They'll be doing some stuff in the gym and probably the pool and doing bits and pieces to recover as best we can on Thursday and Friday, ready to play the game on Saturday. So both games, I'll pick the best team, I think, to win the game. And as I said, as we stand right here, right now, on a Tuesday morning, then the next and the most important game is Wednesday at Connah's Quay on Wednesday night, Nathaniel Cup.
And what's the injury situation looking like, Craig? Any updates on players potentially returning soon?
Everyone's still a little bit away. Jordan Marshall's come back in. Harvey had a little bit of a setback last week, but he's back in with the group. So from that point of view, Sis had a little bit of a tight calf on Saturday, and also JD's been in with the group and he had a little bit of a tight groin, but it was just precautionary that they had the weekend off, and they'll both be back and both be available for Wednesday. So that's good, and we're looking forward to them coming back in the squad.
And finally, Craig, on a personal level, it's somewhat of a milestone week for you. Tomorrow's game against Connah's Quay, that's your 399th game in charge of the club, and then Saturday it's your 400th. So that's certainly an impressive achievement and shows your commitment to the club over 2 stints.
Yeah, it is. It's huge when you look at it. I think altogether it's nearly, 615, 620 games altogether as a manager. But to come up with 399 tomorrow and then 400 against Connah on Saturday is a really proud achievement for myself. It's something that I've that all the way back in, and as we were speaking earlier, December 2011. I remember coming to the club when my wife was pregnant with my little girl who's 13 now. So, the club's plays a huge part in myself and my family's life. And, it's been an absolute pleasure, and it is a pleasure. And I hope I can do another 400.